Welcome back. Today, we've got some exciting developments to talk about: major investments, big acquisitions, and surprise earnings reports. Let's dive into the stocks grabbing attention on March 26th.
Absolutely. It looks like we have quite a lineup today, from Bharti Airtel's debt reduction to L&T's massive offshore contract. Should be interesting to see what's moving the markets.
Let's start with Bharti Airtel. They prepaid a chunk of their spectrum liabilities, right? What's the significance of that?
Exactly. They prepaid about 5,985 crore rupees. Think of it like paying off your mortgage faster. It reduces their interest burden and makes them financially stronger in the long run.
That makes sense. So reducing debt is always a good sign for investors, huh?
Generally, yes, it shows fiscal responsibility. Plus, their network I2I also redeemed $1 billion in debt, further solidifying their financial health.
Okay, moving on to Maruti Suzuki. Looks like they're expanding.
Right. They're setting up a new plant, which is a big deal. It's like a restaurant chain opening a new location, signals growth and confidence in future demand.
And they're investing a significant amount, right?
Yes, about 7,410 crore rupees. That's a pretty big commitment. However, they also received a draft assessment order for some tax additions. It's a bit of a mixed bag, so to speak.
So expansion versus a potential tax issue, something to keep an eye on. Now, Bharat Dynamics secured a contract with the Ministry of Defense. That sounds promising.
It is. Government contracts are usually quite stable and substantial. Think of it as having a guaranteed customer for a while.
And the contract is worth a significant amount.
Absolutely, 4,362.23 crore rupees. That should give their revenue a nice boost. Although the terms are confidential, so we can't get into specifics.
Understood. Let's talk real estate now. Aditya Birla Real Estate launched a project, and it sounds like it's doing pretty well.
Birla Arika in Gurugram is off to a great start. It's like a hot new restaurant that everyone wants to try, achieving sales of approximately 3,000 crore rupees for 300 units.
Wow, that's impressive. So high demand drives up their revenue quickly.
Exactly. Plus, they launched phase 3 of another project in Bengaluru. It's a strong indicator of their market presence and ability to sell high-value properties.
Now, for something really big. Larsen and Toubro won an ultra-mega offshore contract.
Yes, it's their largest single order ever. Think of it as winning the lottery in the construction world.
What does this kind of project typically involve?
This one's for QatarEnergy LNG and involves a massive offshore compression project. Engineering, procurement, fabrication, the whole shebang. It's huge.
Okay, turning to JSW Steel and JSW Infrastructure. There's some internal business happening, right?
Precisely. JSW Steel sold its slurry pipeline business to JSW Infrastructure. It's like a parent company selling a subsidiary to streamline operations and focus on core businesses.
So it's all staying within the JSW family?
Yes, and JSW Infrastructure gets a guaranteed income stream with a long-term agreement for transporting iron ore. It's a win-win, actually.
Let's switch gears to NTPC. They've announced the commercial operation date for part of their solar project.
Correct. Adding more renewable energy to their portfolio is a good move, aligning with the global push for green energy. It's like planting more trees in a forest. Good for the environment and good for business in the long run.
And does this significantly increase their capacity?
Well, this particular phase adds 245 megawatts. It brings their total installed capacity to 59,413 megawatts. So it's a notable addition.
Okay, what about Gujarat Ambuja Exports? They've started production at a new unit.
Exactly. They've commenced commercial production at their new maize processing unit. Think of it as a farmer expanding his farmland to grow more crops.
Is this a significant expansion for them?
It increases their maize processing capacity to 5,200 TPD. So it's a pretty big jump, showing they are investing in growth.
Moving on to Manaksia Limited, they're planning a demerger. What does that mean for shareholders?
Well, they're essentially splitting their metal products business into a separate entity. It's like a company dividing into two smaller, more focused companies.
So how does this unlock value, as they mentioned?
The idea is that each entity can then focus on its specific strengths, potentially attracting different investors and leading to better valuations overall. Disclaimer: we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions.
Balkrishna Industries is amalgamating with BKT Tyres. Is that basically a merger?
Yes, But in this case, BKT Tyres will be dissolved. It's like one company absorbing another entirely to streamline operations and reduce redundancy.
So BKT Tyres ceases to exist as a separate entity?
Correct. It becomes fully integrated into Balkrishna Industries.
RPP Infra Projects is purchasing land near the new Chennai airport. Why is that significant?
Well, it suggests they're planning to capitalize on the airport's development. It's like buying property near a new highway, anticipating increased business opportunities.
So they're thinking logistics parks, warehousing, that kind of thing?
Exactly, those facilities could be crucial for supporting the airport's operations. Smart move, if you ask me.
Now, Servotech Renewable Power secured an order from Northeastern Railway. That's interesting.
It's their first solar rooftop project from NER. Think of it as a small business getting its first big client. It opens doors for future opportunities.
So they're expanding into the railway sector then.
Precisely. It aligns with the railway's sustainability goals, so there's potential for more orders down the line.
Intellect Design Arena has a strategic alliance with LTI Mindtree. What does that mean?
They are joining forces to offer financial services in specific regions. It's like two chefs collaborating to create a new dish.
So it's about combining their expertise to reach more clients?
Exactly. LTI Mindtree brings the expertise and Intellect brings the financial technology solutions.
Exicom Tele-Systems is partnering with Ionage Technologies for EV charging. Sounds like a growing market.
Yes, they want to create a unified EV charging network in India. It's like different gas stations partnering to create a seamless refueling experience for drivers across the country.
Making EV charging more accessible then.
That's the goal. And integrating Exicom's chargers with Ionage's platform makes it easier for users to find and use charging stations.
Let's see. Jindal Stainless acquired a stake in M1 Exchange.
Right. This is a play to enhance liquidity in their supply chain. Think of it as a company investing in a platform that makes it easier for its suppliers to get paid quickly.
So it's about streamlining payment processes?
Yes, digitizing financing operations helps everyone in the supply chain.
LTI Mindtree is also strengthening its engagement with Aramco Group in the UAE.
Yep, they're upgrading Aramco's JD Edwards system and moving it to the cloud. It's like giving a company a digital makeover.
What are the benefits of moving to the cloud?
Agility, cost optimization, and enhanced performance, generally. Basically, making the system run faster and more efficiently.
Federal Bank is acquiring an additional stake in AFLIC. Why is that a smart move?
Increasing their ownership in the insurance company strengthens their position in the financial services sector. It's like a restaurant buying a bigger share of its supply chain to have more control.
So more control and potentially more profit?
Exactly. And they clearly see potential for growth in the insurance sector.
GAIL got authorization to increase the capacity of its pipeline network. How does that impact them?
It allows them to transport more gas, increasing their revenue and market reach. Think of it as widening a highway to allow more traffic to pass through.
So it's about meeting growing demand?
Precisely. Authorizations like these are crucial for infrastructure companies.
Ease My Trip signed an MOU with Tourism New Zealand. That sounds like a fun partnership.
Yes, it's about boosting Indian tourism to New Zealand. Think of it as a travel agency teaming up with a destination to create irresistible vacation packages.
Tailored travel packages, seasonal promotions. Makes sense.
Exactly. Creating that demand is key, and leveraging Ease My Trip's reach in India could be very effective.
S. Chandan Company acquired the remaining stake in BPI India. They fully own it now, right?
Correct. PPI is now a wholly owned subsidiary. It's like a company buying out its partner to have complete control over a particular venture.
More control over operations and strategy then?
Absolutely. It simplifies decision making and allows for better integration.
Unfortunately, Sangam India Limited had a fire incident.
Yes, it's a setback. Provisional estimates put the loss at around 20 to 25 crore rupees. It's like a restaurant suffering a kitchen fire.
A significant financial hit then.
It can be, yes, but thankfully they have insurance, so they've initiated a claim process.
3P Land Holdings received a penalty order from the Income Tax Department. Not a good sign.
No, it's never good to get a penalty. It relates to alleged underreporting and misreporting of income. Think of it as getting a speeding ticket.
Are they planning to fight it?
Yes, they intend to file an appeal. It's their right to challenge the order.
Swiggy also got an order from the Income Tax Department. This seems to be a trend today.
Yes, regarding non-deduction of tax. They're going to appeal that one too. Like getting a tax audit notice, hoping there's a mistake.
Another appeal in the works. Let's hope it goes in their favor. Finally, Torrent Power also received a penalty order.
Seems everyone's dealing with tax issues. They also intend to appeal. It's worth exploring their legal options.
Seems like a rough day for some companies dealing with the taxman. Well, that was quite a rundown. What's your final thought?
Definitely a mixed bag, from major contracts and expansions to tax penalties and unfortunate incidents. Important to stay informed and diversify investments.
Absolutely. Always do your homework, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more daily stock updates.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time with more market movers and shakers.